Fair shares is a type of problem that supports the ability of students to construct some of the foundational ideas in fractions. In order for this to occur, students need to engage with fair share situations multiple times with different types of fair share problems. If students struggle with the correct shares assessment, you can incorporate fair shares problems when working on word problems to support student understanding. When the primary purpose of math instruction is to find the correct answer, students often have few opportunities to develop flexible thinking and understanding. This is especially true when dealing with fractions. It is a lost opportunity to capitalize on children's intrinsic sense of sharing and fairness. Most students can think critically about fair share problems. Even kindergarten students can engage in understanding this type of problem if teachers incorporate stories, visual models, and appropriate mathematical language into their lessons. It is important to note young students often struggle with fraction notation because of its arbitrary nature. Fraction notation, as with most notation in math, should be built on conceptual understanding. The purpose of introducing fair shares problems is to support students in building their fraction sense. Through exploration, finding patterns and relationships, and constructing math generalizations, students become flexible thinkers with fractions, not solely answer getters. Correct answers will come with understanding. Fair shares problems, as well as other inquiry-based learning experiences, are important approaches to developing students' deep and flexible understanding of fractions. Unfortunately, fractions are a topic in math that is often taught procedurally. This happens for a variety of reasons, including the available curricular resources, traditional approaches to teaching fractions, and teacher content knowledge. Students who learn fractions by following rules, applying procedures, memorizing the steps of different strategies, and repeating concepts absent of meaning often struggle to apply procedures in new situations and problem solve when they get stuck. For the most part, these students lack an awareness of the connections between the conceptual ideas they have learned in math. For example, when comparing fractions, students are most often taught the procedure for finding a common denominator. This strategy can be time-consuming and challenging for students. Students who understand fractions as relationships can convert a fraction into a number on the number line, decompose fractions into fraction units, and reason through many fraction comparisons. Facilitating fair shares problems in the classroom can be complex and requires careful planning. Before teaching any fair shares problems, be sure to anticipate and record all possible student strategies and models. Doing the math students will do involves anticipating student thinking and strategies and identifying the related concepts and models. If the goal is to go beyond memorization, then deeply understanding the mathematical relationships, patterns, and generalizations involved is essential. In the next activity, you can try out this approach to planning with a fair share situation. Open the link to the handout and take some time to solve the fair share problem. Consider the questions below as you work through each sharing situation. What are the different ways students will access the problem? What kinds of drawings or manipulatives may they use? How will they record their thinking? Where may students get stuck or make a mistake? This is the end of part 2 of 3 of this session. In the next session, you will watch a video of a student engaged in a fair shares problem. You will also reflect on our thinking about the fair shares problems you worked on during this session.